How do you recognize if a person doesn't have a soul?
Most of those type of people, they don't have a guilty conscience. They don't have any empathy for anybody, okay, unless it's for their own benefit. They have a very high source of narcissist behavior. They're very manipulative, only to the point to where it benefits them. These type of people don't have a soul. The soul is divine, and with a divine source, you get divine attributes. Most of those type of people that don't have a soul, because they're vibrating so low, they have so many different entities that have latched onto their auric field, or may it be chakras. They are highly influenced, and these people are what we call extremely bipolar, or just display a high range of narcissistic behavior.
There's 3 ways to spot a reptilian shapeshifter. Number 1, if the person has an overall lack of showing emotions, authentic emotions, then you could be talking to a shapeshifter. Reptilians don't really feel empathy like we feel empathy. They can fake it, but it's see-through, especially to us chosen ones that see through the BS. Number 2, if they're in a white body, a body that contains less melanin/carbon, that's the human form a reptilian is going to take. Reptilians don't have the power to hold a darker color complexion. A lot of them can barely hold human form. Number 3, if their eyes can get like a slit, or just overall look like this at times, or if their skin can have a scaly complexion in certain areas that just doesn't look right, it could be a shapeshifter. Now, I'm not saying it's a shapeshifter for sure, but these are characteristics of a reptilian shapeshifter.
Here's a lizard people story for you. So this is about Matt. He was 27 when he decided to move down to New Orleans for a new career. He was getting settled into his new apartment and completed his training to become a police officer. But one morning, he woke up and realized his clothing and surroundings were unfamiliar. He was on a train that was packed to the brim with people. He panicked and was trying to gather his thoughts when he heard a loud bang. The train slowed to a halt. Passengers got off onto the loading dock and Matt followed. When he got out of the train, he saw a metallic, cigar-shaped craft. People started entering the craft, looking dazed. Matt followed again. After his eyes adjusted to the dimly lit interior, he found that this was a large gathering of reptilian people inside the craft, and the people on the train were being herded in like livestock. The reptilian people were about 7 feet tall. They had dark golden yellow eyes with slit pupils. Their claws were sharp and they had fanged teeth. They were covered in shiny brownish-green scales and had short, blunt muzzles. They all had serious facial expressions, and they all wore thin backpacks. Matt reported that these reptilian people then drew ray guns and aimed at the petrified onlookers. The crowd tried to scatter, but it was a mass murder. They were using humans as target practice. Matt tried to escape, but he was struck by a ray and became disoriented. He said it felt like a taser combined with microwave energy. Then, he woke up like it was all just a dream, but he could still feel the energy from the ray gun.
So whatever they looked at or focused their retinas on, then they'll be able to shift to that by raising their frequency of their vibration. They don't change at all. These reptilians don't change at all. They're just holding a frequency, a vibration. And they're holding the vibration of whatever being they saw that they want to shift to. So this is how they're able to move amongst you as everyday white people and human beings and shit, but they are not. They're just holding a frequency. And some of them, when they start to lower their vibration, that's how people didn't catch them on camera shifting sometimes. Or catch their eyes slitting and flipping because it's just a vibration. It's an image. Understand, this is just matter. This shit is matter. That's why it's mind over matter. You alter this shit with your thoughts. You control this shit with your thoughts. That's why it's mind over matter. What is matter? Got 4 phases. Plasma energy being the highest. Gases, liquids, solids being the lowest. Aren't you solid? Isn't this solid? Yes. So the slowest vibration, the slowest form of matter is a solid. Why is it the lowest form of matter? Because it's vibrating the slowest. When you live in falsehood, that's a low frequency. The entire realm is a fucking lie. Everything down here is a lie. Every fucking thing you ever been taught